Hello, welcome. It is the Friday weekly live show right here inside the Yoga Teacher Collaborative. We are a minute or so early, as you know, we kick off at 10:30, but this just gives the time for Facebook to notify you to come find us, to grab a comfortable seat. If you're here already, let me know that you can see us live. I'm just going to find it over on my Facebook page as well. But if you're watching, let me know you are here. Let's feel that sense of connection, of collaboration, of group energy that is what's so wonderful about the Yoga Teacher Collaborative. Let me just pull it up on my computer. Alrighty. So I see we've got 3 of you here already. Welcome. 4, welcome. Let's put some names to that. Lauren, I see your profile picture. Good morning, my darling. Really nice to yoga with you this morning as well. Netta, I think I recognize your picture, having met you last week. Welcome. Chloe, hello, my darling. Katie, good morning. Sorry if my internet's a bit glitchy this morning. It's doing weird things. Okay, we will hold on just a few more minutes before we begin. So if you're waiting for us to start, find a comfortable seat, settle in, arrive, take a lingering pause. Veronique, good morning, my love. It's actually my hubby's birthday today. He has the day off. Iffy, good morning, sweetheart. Okay, so I make that bang on 10:30, so let us begin. If you are here with me live today, welcome. Thank you for joining. If you are watching the replay, I'd love for you to let me know, just that hashtag replay, or any questions as well, so we keep the community going. As many of you know, my name is Laura Green. I am a yoga teacher. That's Lily meowing, if you can hear her. I'm a yoga teacher based in Southampton, Hampshire. I run a teacher training school, and I'm also a business mentor and coach for yoga teachers, and a cat mummy. She's been shut out. So today's session is on how to manage energy levels and avoid overwhelm. Okay? And there's many ways that we can approach this topic. We can talk about how we're managing our prana, how we're looking after ourselves, our own self-care, how we manage our time blocking, to-do lists, strategies, systems. There's so much we could talk about. But actually, I want to talk about mindset with this today, and one thing. I literally have one tool, one technique, one mindset that I really want to share with you today that's going to let you dig deeper into the why behind our energy levels, sustaining our energy levels, and how we get into the situation of overwhelm. So type this in from me. The one thing I want to discuss with you today is about how we often end up saying yes when we mean no, and no when we mean yes. So this is the one lesson I want to dive into, to go deeper, to look into the mindset. And this is what underpins so much of how we end up exhausted, tired, fatigued, or overwhelmed. And on the surface level, it seems like a cliched sentence, but actually I really feel that every single one of us could do with digging deeper into this. Why do we say yes when we mean no? And why do we say no when we mean yes? And this starts with, how connected are you to your own yes and no? Do you listen to your inner inner voice when opportunities, situations present themselves, and listen to your own yes or no? Or are you very easily swayed by other people's expectations of you, societal expectations, what you think you should and shouldn't do, what the right thing is to do as a yoga teacher, what's expected of you? are you actually letting those external pressures drive your yes and no? Are you even connected to your own voice loud enough that you can hear a whole body yes and a whole body no? So let's look at some examples with this. Why do we say yes when we mean no? So you can put this into simple situations, such as somebody is asking you, will you teach this class at gym? Will you give me a private class? Will you run this private course? Will you give me a one-to-one at 9 o'clock on a Sunday? All the requests that come into us that oftentimes we end up saying yes to. We say yes to opportunities when sometimes we know they're not in alignment with what we want. So why do we say yes to opportunities that aren't in alignment with our soul? And often this is boiled down into the scarcity mindset, that we feel if we say no to opportunity, then what might happen? My opportunities stop coming my way. Do I have to take that work? Do I have to do that job? Or, God, do I have to take that student on? So many times we say yes to things because we're sitting in that scarcity mindset, that we grab at opportunities. We grab at class pay in a gym or a studio environment that doesn't feel in alignment. Many examples of this, and it all boils down to that scarcity and lack mindset, that if I say no to an opportunity, all opportunities will cease to exist. But when we're in that scarcity, when we say yes, when we mean no, this is really discordant with our energy. And then when we come to teach such things, it's easy for us to come with a lack energy, with a negative energy, with not sitting in gratitude, of not being excited to show up for that opportunity. And over time, it can build resistance. I can think of so many things I've said yes to when I should have said no and have ended up resenting it. And it could be other reasons you say yes when you mean no. You don't want to let someone else down. And that's good. We don't want to let people down. But what happens when we let our own self down? I was meant to be doing a piece of work all day tomorrow. And I said yes to doing it all day tomorrow, when really I knew I should have said no. I'm not available tomorrow on Saturday because it's my husband's birthday weekend. But I looked in my diary, the space was there, my husband wasn't that bothered, so I said yes. And then right from that moment, I was feeling a rub, like wearing an itchy sweater. I was feeling a rub against working on that day. And then luckily the universe did look after me with that, and I was no longer needed to work on that day. The problem fixed itself, but the relief I felt, whereas I actually should have just not given that day as an option. But we do this because we want to be amenable, we want to be helpful, we want to go out of our own way, and we end up saying yes when we say no. So that's one half of this that I do really want you to sit with. Try and think of your own examples of maybe things that are on your plate at the moment that are draining your energy levels, that are causing you overwhelm, which are examples of things you said yes to when you should have said no. And that doesn't mean I'm telling you to suddenly let those people down. If you've already made a commitment, if possible, see through the commitment, but also see it as a learning lesson. So when that opportunity comes back again, you say no. And as I just said, having just seen myself say yes to something when I should have said no, another opportunity came up for next Tuesday, and I'm actually taking next Tuesday off work to have a rest. And an opportunity has come up to speak on a panel on Tuesday night, and I am available. I didn't want to let this person down. It was an exciting opportunity, but in saying yes, I'd have been letting myself down because I know I need next week off. So I took that learning lesson and said honestly, thank you for the opportunity to speak on your panel. I would love to, but I'm taking next week off. So I'm afraid in this moment it's a no. So think about right now, where have you said yes when you meant no? Honor that commitment unless there is an easy way out, but take it as a learning lesson. Next time it comes up, say no when you mean no. So let's look at the other side of the coin. Why do we say no when actually we mean yes? So sometimes exciting opportunities present themselves. It might be a teaching opportunity. It might be a work opportunity. It might be a collaboration opportunity. It might be an opportunity to work with a coach or a mentorship, to invest in a training course, to go on a retreat. And you can feel your body wanting to say yes at the opportunity, but you say no. I did a one-to-one coaching session with someone yesterday. And I said to them, they're running weekend retreats, they're running day retreats, they're loving it. They said they want to up level and start giving new experiences to their students and developing themselves as a teacher. So I said, would you like to run a retreat abroad? And she said, no. And I was like, okay, why no? And then every reason behind the no was self-sabotage. I don't think I'm ready. I'm not sure I'm experienced enough to hold space for that time. She gets rave reviews on her retreat. She's an amazing teacher. She's so ready. Yet she said no. And when we dived into every reason why she said no, they were self-created barriers and boundaries of limiting belief and self-sabotage. By the end of the conversation, she said, yes, can you hook me up with the venue in Spain where I can start? And this is a great thing with mentoring and coaching. So we can see behind some of the reasons people say yes and no. But the reasons we say no when we say yes are often self-imposed limiting beliefs. We don't think we're ready. I'm not ready for that. Your heart, your energy is saying, yes, I'm excited. This feels good. But no comes bumbling out the mouth. It is often a protective mechanism. We don't feel ready. And sometimes it's true. But if your body's saying yes, but the head is saying no, that's when you know there's not a truth in it. It is just this self-limiting belief. And the thing with I'm not ready or I don't know how to do something, that is exciting because that is where the growth comes from. And you hear me say this time and time again. If you already know how to do something, then it's not going to grow, elevate, expand, challenge you. So if you feel your soul saying yes to something, but your heart is, your head is saying, I don't know how, it just means you've got to figure it out. And that book I can never pronounce, everything is figure-outable. So this is why we say no when we say yes, because we maybe don't know how to do it yet. Great. There's someone out there who will teach you how. There's someone in your circles you can ask for advice. The path is already there. You've just got to go walk it. Or if it's because you don't feel ready, we never feel ready. And if we wait to feel ready to do something, it'll just keep moving on by. So as we sit here at the end of a year, I want you to reflect on 2021. What did you say yes to when you meant no? How can you learn that lesson and bring it into 2022 so that you are not draining your energy levels and leading into overwhelm by saying yes to things when you mean no? And then I want you to sit with your heart and think, What are the yeses for 2022? What are the opportunities, the growth areas, the ways you want to work, the workshops you want to put on, the retreats, the online courses, what the book? Do you want to write a book? What are the things that you could feel a real yes about in 2022? And if you don't know how to do it, you don't feel ready, don't let that make you say no. Let that make you say, I'm going to work it out. I'm going to give it my best try. So that is the simple takeaway from today's mindset session. And don't leave this as a nice piece of fluffy waffle. Please do the work. I'm going to repeat the work. If someone could type this in the homework. Homework 1, reflect on 2021 and think, what did you say yes to when you meant no? How are you not going to repeat that in 2022? And as you look ahead to 2022, what do you want to say a whole body hell yes to? Even if you don't know how to do it, the idea terrifies you and you don't feel ready, but it's a whole body yes. So that is homework, my loves. What have we got coming up for you in the rest of the year? The week beginning the 20th of December, I'm doing another one of my 4 5-day free trainings to get you ready for 2022. It'll be exactly the same as how we closed off 2020. We're going to be reflecting back on the year, realizing the lessons learned, celebrating what we did, and then strategically planning how you're going to evolve, expand, elevate as a yoga teacher in 2022. So we're going to be doing that 4-day free training coming up the last week of December. Keep an eye out. I'll put it in your email. I'll put it in this group as well. And then, of course, we will be enrolling for mentorship with me starting in January, my next 12-week mentorship program. So if you've been waiting for the doors to open again, they are about to open really, really soon. So if you want me holding your hand through all this stuff in 2022, and when you say yes and no, me helping you work out the truth of those, I'd love to mentor you in 2022. Thank you for today. Please go do the homework. Dig in deep. Say yes when you mean yes. Say no when you mean no. Let me know how you get on. Much love.